Disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
They were once majestic, born in fire, light, and glory, servants of the Almighty, guardians of the heavens. But pride crept in. A third fell, and war broke out in the unseen realm. Now, the final day has come. The courtroom of eternity is in session. For the word declares, "Do you not know that we will judge angels?" 1 Corinthians 6, verse 3. These are not trials of men. These are not tales of earth. These are the judgments of eternal beings, accused of rebellion, of corrupting creation, of waging war against the throne of God. The books are opened. Revelation 20, verse 12. The witnesses are called.
The prosecution calls Mr. Stephen to the witness box.
The sentences are final. No mercy remains.
The court has rendered its final decision.
No appeal is possible. This is the judgment of angels. One by one, the fallen will answer, and heaven will render its final word. Saints of the heavens and beyond, buckle your spirit belts, because today, eternity is holding court. The books are open, the angels are watching, and the judge has taken his seat. Revelation 20, verse 11. This is not just any tribunal. This is the great white throne judgment. And today's guest? Oh, you won't want to miss him.
Order in the court of heaven! All rise for the King of Kings and Lord of Lords!
He was once among the elite, radiant, wise, respected. But now he stands accused. The name, Samael, one of the original Watchers. And trust me, his resume isn't pretty. Once a guardian, now a prisoner, assigned to observe humanity. Instead, he seduced them. He fathered the giants. He played God. Let the charges be read.
Samael, you are charged with the following. 1. Deserting your divine post, Jude 1 verse 6. 2. Taking human women and birthing abominations, Genesis 6 verse 2. 3. Corrupting creation with forbidden knowledge. 4. Leading 200 angels into rebellion.
We saw their suffering. We heard their cries. They were lost, weak, desperate. We gave them light, wisdom, power. We gave them what you withheld. They adored us, worshipped us, called us gods. Can love be sin?
Love. You call giants crushing cities love? You call blood-soaked altars affection? Spare us your poetry.
I saw it. I lived it. The earth was filled with violence. The children of your union devoured all in their path. The sky wept for 40 days because of what you brought upon us. You were not saviors. You were destroyers.
For your defiance, your corruption, and your pride, you are found guilty. As it is written, God did not spare the angels who sinned, but cast them down to hell and delivered them into chains of darkness to be reserved for judgment. 2 Peter 2 verse 4. Your sentence remains. The lake of fire awaits. Revelation 20 verse 10. This is final.
And so, the first has fallen again, not from the heights of heaven, but into the depths of divine justice. Once he watched over mankind, now he is watched no more. His name erased from honor, remembered only in judgment. This is not myth. This is not legend. This is a glimpse of eternity, where rebellion has no hiding place, and the weight of glory cannot be mocked. One judgment rendered, countless more to come. The court remains in session. What you've just witnessed is a dramatized account, built on biblical truth, but portrayed through creative storytelling. While the names, charges, and courtroom details are fictional, the reality is not. There is a coming judgment, a day when fallen angels and all who defied God will face the righteous judge. Revelation 20, verse 11 to 15. And the saints, redeemed by the blood of the Lamb, will reign with him and share in his justice. 1 Corinthians 6, verse 3. Let this not be mere entertainment. Let it stir your heart to worship, to holiness, and to hope. Because if God will judge angels, how much more should we walk in the fear of the Lord? Stand firm, the kingdom is coming, and justice will be done. This is the judgment of angels. One by one, the fallen will answer, and heaven will render its final word. Mankind's history, an angelic being rebelled against his creator. Subtle and cunning, he did not wage war with weapons, but with whispers. With a sculptor's skill, he carved idols into the hearts of God's image bearers. Under his influence,
Altars and temples rose to honor false deities. The blood of the innocent flowed. Truth was exchanged for lies.
Order in the court of heaven! All rise for the King of Kings and Lord of Lords!
Once tasked with guiding human culture and creativity for God's glory, twisted that influence to promote idolatry and draw humanity away from true worship. Today, before the throne of judgment, he must answer for his rebellion and the souls he led astray. This is the trial of the architect of idols.
The Book of Hanak, Chapter 1. The word of the blessing of Hanak, how he blessed the elect and the righteous, who were to exist in the time of trouble, rejecting all the unrighteousness and wicked. Hanak, a righteous man, who with Elohim answered and spoke. While his eyes were open, he saw a holy vision in the heavens. This the angel showed me. From them I heard all things and understood what I saw, that which will not take place in this generation, but in the generation which is succeed at the distant period, on account of the elect. Upon their account I spoke and conversed with him, who will go forth from his habitation, the Holy and the Mighty One, the Elohim of the world, who will hereafter tread upon Mount Sinai, appear with his host, and be manifested in the strength of his power from heaven. All shall be afraid, and the watchers be terrified. Great fear and trembling shall seize them, even to the ends of the earth. The lofty mountains shall be troubled, and the exalted hills depressed, melting like a honeycomb in the flame. The earth shall be immersed, and all things which are in perish, while judgment shall come upon all, even upon all the righteous. But to them shall he give peace, and he shall guard the elect. Towards them exercise clemency. Then shall all belong to Yahuwah. Be happy and blessed, and the splendor of Yahuwah shall illuminate them.
They were weak. I merely opened the door to what they wanted anyway. Is it my fault the Almighty remains silent, distant, invisible? I gave them gods they could see, touch, control. Their worship was their choice.
You dare blame the sinful creatures you preyed upon. Call the witnesses.
The prosecution calls Elijah to the witness box.
I, Elijah, stood alone against the 450 prophets of Baal on Mount Carmel. I challenged these idol worshippers to prove the power of their so-called God. They cried out and danced in vain all day long. Then I prayed to the Lord on his altar drenched with water. Immediately the fire of God consumed the sacrifice, the altar and the water. The people fell face down, crying out, "The Lord, he is God." I then had the prophets of Baal seized and executed. For there is only one true living God, the Lord. One true living God, the Lord.
The prosecution calls Zerai to the witness box.
I served in the courts of Cush, draped in glory but empty inside. When I came to Jerusalem, I came seeking answers. I left with a name, and that name lit a fire in my bones. I returned home burning with truth, but the altars of my land burned with something else. His priests wore gold and spoke with silver tongues. They welcomed me, then accused me. They said I had betrayed the gods of my ancestors. They demanded I bow to fire and statue.
This is cosmic treason. You didn't just break rank, you broke creation.
Authored abominations, deceived the weak, and reveled in their damnation. You rejected me and exalted yourself as an idol. I am the only way, truth, and life. All other paths lead to death. You have sealed your fate. I find you guilty of rebellion, idolatry, and the murder of souls. I strip you of your crown and cast you into outer darkness, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth for all eternity.
Not myth. This is not legend. This is a glimpse of eternity, where rebellion has no hiding place, and the weight of glory cannot be mocked.
Revelation 20, verse 11 to 15. And the saints, redeemed by the blood of the Lamb, will reign with him and share in his justice. 1 Corinthians 6, verse 3.
Let this not be mere entertainment. Let it stir your heart to worship, to holiness, and to hope. Because if God will judge angels, how much more should we walk in the fear of the Lord?
Stand firm, the kingdom is coming, and justice will be done.
The court has rendered its final decision.